American MA is ready to go.
Copy. Range level. Launch Raptor, we have focus.
Stage is reporting ready for launch. We have ignition.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Alpha Pro Series. I am your host, Gravity620. Hope you guys are doing well and have a good one for you. It is, of course, Dream versus Solar, two titans in the esports scene right now. Super excited to be able to play this, to get to cast this. It's going to be an all-out brawl tonight, guys. I'm hoping we go to Game 9. I think it's going to be back and forth. Dream coming back from all of this stuff, looking really good. And yeah, I'm excited. Solar been on top of his game, really good Zerg player, so we will see how things go. And we're gonna go ahead and wait for the go-go, and we will go ahead and get started here. It looks like both players are ready. Let's go ahead. The countdown has begun. And we will go ahead and get into it. Get excited, get hype. We'll go ahead and get it going. It's good to finally be able to start casting again here. So we'll see how things end up playing out. But here we go, guys. First map is loaded up. Let's get right into it. All right. Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. In the top left-hand corner of the map, playing as the blue Zerg pieces. Give it up. It's Solar. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it's the red Terran from Brave Star Gaming. Give it up. It is Dream. All right, so two titans battling it out. Super excited to see how these guys end up playing this out. So far, looking here from both sides, we do actually see Solar going for the hatchery first. We'll be going into that pool later, but going to be able to get that economy up and rolling. The other side, it's going to be a standard kind of marine, or excuse me, barracks opening. Getting that gas as well, so gas first into racks. And you know what? I'm excited to see how these players play it out. Now, in a best of 9 series, you play your opponent so many times that you start kind of adapting and building and seeing, okay, he's been going for this kind of style, or he's been doing this type of thing. Maybe I need to adjust, and you really start seeing some of those crazy games play out. So I am super excited to see how these guys adapt, how they overcome, and just how they engage each other. Dream has been on a roll as of late, doing really well altogether, so I'm excited to see how he ends up playing against Solar, who has been playing for quite a while as well. He hasn't had to take a break like Dream has. So, you know, it's going to be a good match. I think these guys are both kind of, you know, even. And it should be nice back and forth. Now, we see Solar going for the expansion finally finishing up. He's got that spawning pool finishing as well. Gonna go ahead with a couple of Lings, and on the other side, we do see the factory coming down for Dream. So, gonna be going into the Hellions. Gonna be able to get some aggression going there. We actually see finally the Reaper. Why aren't you following him? There we go. We do see the Reaper finally kind of coming in here. Going to be able to start putting on some pressure against some of these drones. Gets a nice grenade off. Oh, very close to actually taking a couple of the drones out and just kiting for the most part. Gets one drone kill though. Very nice there for Dream. Does force a little bit of a reaction from Solar. There's going to be speed on the way for Solar as well. And still the Reaper alive. Going to see that there is at least a third base on the way here for Solar. And you know what, behind this, gonna get his starport up and running. Gonna be able to start getting those Hellions out and continuing to put the pressure on. Behind this, just drones and queens for Solar. Now, Dream has been known to be able to go into this kind of more mech style. He does like his bio, but you know, the TVZ meta kind of right now is more mech heavy. So we'll see. Ooh, picks up the creep tumor, and I like this so much from Dream. He's not like going deep into the creep. He's not, you know, trying to force these engagements. He's just poking in, he's getting the damage done and then getting out. Keeping that Reaper is so important right now, especially being able to scout and see what his opponent is going for. We do see the Hellions finally coming together, and we will actually see Dream coming up and putting pressure onto the third base. The couple of queens will go towards the third to try to protect its nest. But we will see Dream go ahead and back off. Again, he knows exactly when to kind of pull back. He knows what he needs to do. And so far, 36 workers to 32 as we see Solar again. Just going for mainly drones at this point. He realizes there's not a big threat. And he has exactly where he needs to know where everything's at. So, Marine will be there for that Overlord as it does come in here. It's going to be able to see that there is a starport with the reactor. Sees it macking away, and it is going to be a fusion core follow-up. Now, does he actually see this? Will he see that there is the fusion core? He does. He knows that there's a fusion core and that battle cruisers are available. And you know what? He has a good amount of queens. He's already at 5 queens, so we'll be able to kind of protect against this. But at the same time, he has to worry about the Hellions. He has to worry about this Reaper, making sure they don't get in and just ruin his mineral lines. We see the Zerglings running around, trying to scout out, maybe see if there's any kind of proxies or anything like that, or just see, you know, is there an army coming across, and if so, what do we see? I like this. So far, Dream sitting at a beautiful 10 Hellions. He's got the battlecruiser almost done. This is going to put himself in a really good position, if he is careful with it. The question then becomes also, does he go ahead and just transfer it over, start putting on the pressure, and wait for the tactical jump to restart? Find out here. So far, I'm going to go into a third behind this as well. And yeah, he's just going to go ahead, start putting on the pressure. To transform right on top of it. The Hellbat's going to morph in as well. We see the battle cruisers coming into play. Some beautiful transfuses going off here from Solar, as there is a Roach Warren done now. More roaches are going to be on the way. The Hellions and the Hellbats, excuse me, will be able to continue to put the pressure on, pushing this back further and further. The battle cruiser has to be careful though. Going to sit right outside the range there of that Spore Crawler, and here come the roaches. They will be able to start taking care of some of the Hellbats, but all of the queens have started to fall. So far, 23 drones have fallen, and Dream starting off with an amazing attack here. Hellbat's going to be able to take care of all of those beautiful, beautiful roaches, and still the battle cruiser remains. There's no queens left here. 24 drones have fallen. More roaches are on the field, and a couple more queens going to pop out here, but this is not looking good right now here for Solar. GG will be called, and Dream gonna take game number 1. GG's. What a good, great first match. Dream coming out on top, and just showing why he is who he is. Go ahead and set that down. Turn that off. So we'll see which is going to be the next map here. Solar's pick. For those who don't know, loser picks the next map. So Solar will get his map choice. Sleeper's going to be the choice here. There we go, right there. Get these guys in as quickly as possible. That way we can get the games going. Invite the game. There we go. Okay. Good. All right. So real quick, while we are getting loaded in, want to give a quick notice. If you guys would, make sure you guys click on that matcherino.com/tournaments page up at the top of your chat. You click there and type in the code APS153. Be able to add 50 cents to the prize pool for both of these players. They're going to be fighting it out. Going to be getting each other going crazy, and definitely deserve it. So make sure you guys do that. Help raise the prize pool and support the channel. They've got all kinds of cool things on there. It's fast, easy. Make sure you guys do it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to the next game. All right. All right. Without further ado, here in the top right-hand corner of the map, it's the Zerg player. It is Solar. All right. In the bottom right, excuse me, bottom left, in the red. Give it up for the Terran player. It is Dream. All right, so game number 2, Dream, starting things off with a bang, able to get that first victory. And in a best of 9 series, sometimes that's the motivation you need to keep going. Now, will we see that continued aggression coming out from Dream? Will he try to change up pace, maybe slow it down a little bit? Or will he continue to, you know, put on pressure and just sit back, macro up, and says, you know what, I gotta win under my belt. Does Dream sit back and just say, hey, got the win. Let's just play standard from here. If he wins, maybe I throw out another cheeky something. We'll see. So far, we are going to have an SCV going across the map. The other side, Solar looking to just expand. He's got a spawning pool finishing up. Very similar to game number 1 here so far. And we'll see. Does Dream continue on with the battlecruiser play? It looked really, really well done. He was able to get quite a few Hellbats, and, you know, just was able to overrun what Solar had. So we'll see. Reaper will start making its way across the map here. And we'll see, you know, what does he end up going for here? Marine will pop out as well. Speed is now on the way as well for Solar. And we'll see as the Reaper finally makes his way into the natural. Gonna be starting to put some pressure here, and again, looking to just continue aggression. And again, Dream does this really nice, just kind of back and forth. A lot of good Terrans do it, of just hovering the creep, right? They don't want to get too close in. They realize, you know, if the Queen's out, not gonna be able to do too much from there. So we'll see. Expansion gonna be finishing up. SCV returning home as well. And yeah, I mean, so far, Dream just gonna contain for the most part here. He has a starport on the way. We also have that factory coming through, so we will be having more Hellions to be had. Now, the question is does he go straight into the battle cruisers and do that kind of Hellbat push again? Or does he change it up? Maybe just go into a couple of Hellions, switch it up to tanks, Marines, and, you know, just go ham. Third base is there as well, so he does know that, you know, it's not going to be some kind of crazy 2-base play, and that it's pretty standard. So Metabolic boost about 10 seconds away from finishing up here in Dream. We'll go ahead and back up. He's still kind of keeping vision at the front. He wants to make sure, you know, if there are any lings, if there's any roaches, if there's anything that's coming across the map, he wants to know about it. And on a map like World of Sleepers, that's going to be exactly what you need to do. We'll be able to pick up a couple of lings as well. Solar behind this will make a few more lings. He's got Overlord speed on the way. And this time it's going to be a Liberator. Not going to be a battle cruiser just yet. It's going to be a few Hellions. Stim already on the way here. And yeah, Dream just kind of trying to control the situation here. He's not going in. He's not sacrificing too much damage. And potentially can start taking out some of the creep tumors and such. So not too bad. I like it. He's kind of at this point too where there's enough Hellions that he can start taking out queens as long as he micros it properly. But we'll go ahead and sit back now. On the other side here, we do see Solar, for the most part, droning up. He does have a few kind of spore crawlers in case. I don't think he's necessarily seen... maybe he has. Yeah, I don't think he's really kind of seen this, but we will see him start putting pressure onto the queen, just out of range here of that spore crawler, so... Transfuses will be available as well, and yeah, I like this. Just continued pressure. There's going to be enough space for Lynx to help with this if needed, but... Ooh, barely gets out alive as well. Beautiful play there. So Dream doing a really good job. He's actually kind of behind in workers. He's even in army supply, so... Solar definitely with the worker advantage, but in TVZ, you want to keep that worker count high. You want to be able to keep up on bases, so nothing too crazy. 6 queens are available and 15 lings now for Solar, and behind this, he's going to get +1 at melee and +1 armor, so going to be going more into that heavier ling style. We've seen a lot of like ling bang Hydra lately, so I wonder, does Solar go into that? Does he transition into that behind this, as long as he can keep it at bay? His creep spread looking really good already, and you know, as long as he can continue on to that, gonna be able to get another good scout off as well. Sees that it's going to be a lot of Marines, a potential drop on the way here. Third base on the way for Dream as well. It's actually moving over to where it needs to be, and here comes that first kind of drop, and this is where things can get kind of exciting, especially for Dream if he is careful. He's got Stim done already, and he has +1 on the way. Bailing Nest is on the way now, as well as going up to that layer tech to be able to start putting on, and even a macro hatch. So I like it. Trying to get on top of a lot of this. He's going to go ahead and pick up the Marines as well. And just going to start pushing back the creep, trying to keep the creep spread from going. The Hellions and the Reapers will go ahead and stay at home just in case there's some kind of run by, some kind of pressure. And so far, Dream doing a really good job here. So far, only losing 1 Hellion, 1 Marine. And neither player really losing a whole lot at this point. It's just been a bunch of back and forth, like, I poke your unit, you poke my unit kind of situation. Here comes the Liberator, back, fully healed. Liberator gonna go ahead and potentially siege up, but... Oh, he saw it. Okay, there he goes. So, there are Bailings out now. Do not have speed just yet. Bailing speed just kind of finishing up. And it's actually going to be a Spire. Gonna be really good. I love it. Dream gonna go ahead and start pushing back some of the creep, using up some scans, but just trying to make sure that he can get things pushed back. He doesn't want it to get out of control. Even gonna be able to pick off a couple of Overlords as well. And here come the Lynx, trying to go for a little bit of a surround. Not gonna be able to get it. Re-siege as well. And yeah, I mean, now we're gonna start seeing the army start building up here for Solar. He's at 4 bases. He's starting to get that beautiful creep spread. He's able to get the larva count going, and Dream doing a really good job. He's only lost a couple of Marines, 3 so far out of all of this, and more units are starting to come across the map. Looks like Hellions will be able to join the fray here, as he's seeing it is a very heavy Ling army. Gonna go straight into Hellbats, and that's gonna help out so much against this. Those Hellbats gonna be able to tank a lot of these Bailings. Bailing speed is done now, so that's gonna help him out even more. But look at this. The tanks, the Marines, going to start flooding across the map. We do see actually the Lynx here for Solar. just trying to continue with the creep spread, continuing to try to go on. But, oh, there's just so many mutas now. 11 mutas are out. Maybe they'll start trying to put some pressure onto this, but now with the tanks and with more of these Marines, it's going to be really tough. He's going to need some really good bailing hits to kind of help with this. And we will continue to see how he ends up playing all together with this. Alright, so Bailing's trying to find a good position, and I like this so much from Solar, actually. He's going to be going into a little bit of a surround. They're going to come in here. The Bailing's going to get on top of a lot of the Marines. The tanks trying to get on top of this. The Hellbats will fall. The Mutas flying across. Marines will eventually get picked up here, and there's still a lot of Bailings left over. There's still a lot of Lings left over as well. We see the Lings trying to break through, losing a couple of medevacs as well. Dream in a lot of trouble right now. He's only at 71 army supply, 65 workers, while 80 and 90A here for Solar. Just a beautiful play so far from Solar. Definitely trying to even things out. Ooh. There we go. 10 mutas are out with 5 more on the way here. And behind this, Dream gonna go ahead, sit back. He's gonna get some tanks. He's gonna continue to get those Marines. He's throwing Thors into the mix, and I mean, just look at this creep spread all over the place, trying to make sure that, you know, there's nothing else built, there's nothing else going on. And now Solar's kind of in this position where he's maxed out. He's gonna start building up a lot of that economy, sitting at, you know, 3,000 income. And there's not a whole lot right now that Dream can do. I mean, he has to sit and wait for his +3. He's going to get mines, which is going to help against the Lings, but these mutas will be a big issue. And he just can't move out at this point. I mean, if he moves out too much, these Lings will be able to get and overtake him. So, really has to be careful. We do see a little bit of a Marine hit squad, as it is, trying to pick up whatever loose ends he can, and this is going to force Solar to have to kind of split up his army, make it not as potent. And I like this. Going to get the cancel there on that 6th base. Beautiful splits coming out here, and again, just trying to find exactly where he needs to go. Here come the Lings, going to be going across the map. Knows that there is this little bit of a hit squad and just going to try to shut this down. Yeah, going to lose all those Marines. We'll eventually lose the medevacs as well, so nice pickup there. But at the same time, we do see the Marines and the units here of Dream going across the map. He's going to return home, playing a little bit more of a defensive position since there are those Lings coming. Does he get there in time? Going to lose a couple of buildings. And we see finally the Marines coming in here. The Lings trying to get on top of everything. There are no more Bailings with this army. We'll be able to kill off about 6 workers. These mutas just putting on the pressure. We'll eventually have to kind of back off here, but looking good so far. It is going to supply block Dream as well. He does have Widow Mines and stuff to kind of help deal with this as well, and if he goes across and attacks at this point, there's not a whole lot of army here, right? It's mainly workers for Solar, while Dream has kind of gone more into the army. A couple of Bailings will be able to crash in, gets a couple of kills, and going to continue to push on to this. Now, there are still a couple of Widow Mines that have not been hit. He's going to do a really beautiful split here. But there are just so many Bailings, the Marines trying to hold on. The Thors, though, doing a really good job actually onto the mutas. And now, we have those Hellacious Ultras. They don't have chitinous plating, though, so they aren't going to be able to tank as much. And the Thor's going to be able to get quite a few damage done. No more Bailings left, though. With that initial attack, there are some more rolling in though, and I just don't know if he has enough. He's gonna have to pick off. He's gonna have to back up. Does end up losing the Thor as well, so trying to rely on some of these mines to actually kind of help with this, but with the help of that Overseer, can't really get the connections that he's looking for. And now the train of pain is rolling through here for Solar. He's floating a lot of minerals. He's got the gas coming in here. He's going to be able to rebuild his army if he does lose this. And unfortunately, Dream suffocating with kind of, you know, how much he has. Oh, a beautiful hit, though, with those Widow Mines, taking out of almost all of the Bailings. All that's really left is now the Marauders and the Marines going to be able to push this back once again, and that's the kind of engagements that Dream really needs here. He needs to continue to get those big hits, especially with how heavy a Bailings that Solar is going for here. And now, I like this so much. He's going to start trying to clear off this creep once again. Realizes he has a moment and wants to kind of shut this down, but the thing is this. There's already quite a bit of creep going across from where he was at, so it might split it up for a moment, but not going to be enough to continue on with that. So more and more Ultras are on the way. Corruptor's going to be thrown in as well. That chitinous plating is going to be coming into play. Antibiotic synthesis now. Here we go. Bailing's going to be coming rolling in, taking out a lot of the damage, and this is just not the best engagement here for Dream. Even going to be taking some damage from his own Widow Mines. What was looking pretty good is now starting to fall apart. He does still have a little bit of a minefield going on. Going to be able to get some good hits, but against those Ultras, they're not going to be the best. Just trying to kite into his own base. The Corruptor's going to be able to start taking care of a lot of the healing potential here from Dream. And he will have to eventually kind of back off, but Solar definitely in a very good position. He still has quite a bit of Corruptors here. He's sitting at 9 Corruptors, 65 Lings. He's starting to throw in some more units, more Ultras, everything that he needs. Still pushing that creep across. And you know what? Dream's army is hurt. Doesn't have what he needs to. He's trying to rebuild as much as he can. Both players are using all of their expenses at this point just to try to remax. And you know what? Both players just going back and forth at this point. There we go. Alright. Dream trying to find where he wants to go, but unfortunately he can't go past half the map. And here we go. The Bailing's gonna roll in once again. The Widow Mines will go ahead and shut down. A couple of the Liberators trying to get in here. The mines everywhere. We'll be able to get a couple of good hits, but there's just not enough Marines here. The splits are looking good, but there's just so much Zerg. 2 more Ultras on the way. 30 more Lings to follow this up. The Corruptor still in attack. The Planetary Fortress doing some work here onto the Ultras. A couple of more mines will come out as well. The Lings starting to flood in behind this. We'll be able to do a couple of shots off on the Corruptors. The Corruptors using that Corrosive Bile onto the Planetary Fortress. We'll be able to take it, and it looks like Solar starting to push through here. The Marines trying to move back. There are no more mines with this army. The Lings will eventually kind of fall, and the Corruptors will still live, but it's mainly a Marauder army here. More Lings starting to flood once again. And yeah, he's going to have to back up. He's going to have to recuperate his losses, but it's looking so good right now here for Solar. It's 80 army supply to 48, 85 workers. So definitely Solar is able to replenish what he loses here. He's already on to 7 bases by this point, and he is just looking at fantastic. Alright, so it does look like Dream trying to take another base here. He needs to get that economy going. He is almost kind of fluctuating between half of the income here of Solar, and that is when it gets really scary. This creep still pushing forward, still continuing to enforce and encroach here onto Dream's property. And that's when it gets really scary. That's when you feel like, you know what, I cannot run, I cannot hide, I have to face this full on. And we see the Bailings getting ready. More Ultras on the way. 31 Bailings in morphing. +3 for these Corruptors is coming through. There we go. Gonna have a few more mines coming through. And yeah, there's just not enough of Dream's army here. The Bailings will roll in once again. The Ultras tanking a lot of it. GG will be called. We will see Solar taking the victory and tying things up. Ooh. There we go. Alright, so we'll see what is the next map here for both players. All right, so GG's. So we'll see what map is going to be next here for Dream. It's tied up 1-1. And while we wait for that to see who or what map they want to pick, we'll go ahead and give a shout out to GameStop, who is supporting today's event and events like it. GameStop is one of those places that you can go to. Sounds like a store that you can only buy like video games, sell video games. It's a big staple of who they are, but it's not all that they are. As we see, here we go. Here we go. Apologize. GameStop, one of those places, it's not just about selling video games, but they have so much more. You can go to your local store, check them out online, and explore all the options they have. They have so many different things, whether it be getting your new gaming rig, getting the latest kind of gear, whether it be a computer, or excuse me, a keyboard, mouse, even if you get like a console game. I know sometimes you can be a little fun there. And then get all of that, so make sure you guys check them out at GameStop.com. See everything that you need, whether it be stuff for the kitchen that is a comic book or gaming themed. You find all that and more at GameStop.com. So much GameStop for supporting us today. And we're gonna go ahead and jump into game number 3 here. It's tied up 1-1. Looks like Zen is going to be the choice for Dream. Close range map. Could be a little spicy, could be a little dangerous. Head and find out. Let's go ahead and jump into the next game here. See who ends up winning. Alright. Without further ado, here in the top right hand corner of the map, it's the Terran player, Dream. And in the bottom left, in the red, it's the Zerg player. It is Solar. All right, so game at number 3. Both players showing that they have what it takes to go toe-to-toe with each other. Solar's proving that if he can get himself going, if he can withstand that early pressure from Dream, that he can stand toe-to-toe with him. And you know what? It gets me excited. I had to see what they go for from here. Now, Zen is one of those maps that you could definitely get a little cheeky on. But will we see it? So far, it's standard from both sides. And, you know, Zen is one of those weird maps, right? So you got this, like, double entrance way. This way can be accessed through Marines. It can be accessed through Lings. But most big units, medium units cannot fit through there. The same over here. You're going to have to come up this ramp. You're going to have to try to attack from here. Now, tanks are really good on this map. They can position themselves and just lock down areas here. Will we see Dream access those? Will we see him go into a more tank-heavier meta? See him kind of sit back and still kind of play this Marine Mine style that he was playing. So far, going to be a single racks into expansion for Dream. On the other side, we do see pretty standard just pool hatch kind of timing. We should be seeing the third base being taken. Now, big question is going to be, does Solar go for this third base? Does he go for this bottom base? And, you know, does he go into maybe a more mobile army? Does he go kind of more laid back, like Roach heavy tech? We'll find out. It's going to be factory follow-up here. Marine going to be coming out as well. Solar gonna be all right. He's going into a little bit more heavier links, or at least 4 links here. And Dream doing a really good job of just sitting back, putting on the pressure, and then pulling back. Queen is out, so he's not gonna be able to get too much more done. We will go ahead and check for the third as well. And we'll see. Okay, third base has been taken. Alright, so behind this it is going to be Starport, followed up by the factory. A couple of Hellions going to be on the way, and this could present a good opportunity for Dream to be able to get in there. We've seen that Solar does like to go for that more heavier Queen style, especially in the beginning, because of the threat of those battle cruisers. So we'll see, can he continue on with this or not. Alrighty, so Hellions are going to be able to start joining in on the Reaper. Just going to start putting pressure onto the third base as the Queen's finally connecting everything together. Now, this is a really good map for Zerg because of how close like all the bases are. They're able to get that creep spread going pretty quickly here. It's an interesting thing as well. We actually see the Hellions trying to sneak in, not going to be able to. We'll have to back off. And just trying to find like some kind of access into this. Now, it's going to be Banshees this time from Dream. But I like this. He's been going for the same kind of style each game, keeping Solar guessing on what he's doing. Here they come. The Hellions going to go straight into the natural here. There are quite a bit of Lings here already. The Queen's going to be able to get on top of this as well. A lot of these Hellions have already fallen. They will have to back up. And a beautiful hold here from Solar, putting him in a pretty good position behind this. Just going to be getting more workers. Gets a couple of Lings for protection. He's already got those Spore Crawlers in place and going straight up to a lair. Got the Roach Warren on the way. Going to block this off and not allow any more passage for the time being. Does he get it to cancel, though? Oh. Yep, gonna get the cancel, gonna have to rebuild it. So nice delay there from Dream, but will it be enough? A couple of Hellions trying to get on top, and you know, there's quite a bit of Lings already. 16 Lings here. Banshee on the way. Does he try to do something with this, though? Banshee's gonna come in. We'll get a kill. That's gonna be about it. Picks off a couple of creep tumors, so I guess getting damage where he can with it, but this is a really tough map to actually have to deal with anything like that. And it's got these weird kind of in the middle paths just to like make it even harder to get across. Roach Warren is done now. He's going to be able to see that for sure. And should start seeing kind of a mass up of roaches. We already have roach speed on the way. We should see some Evo chambers pretty soon as well. It's going to be double Banshee. Third Banshee on the way, and a couple of tanks actually coming out. So, for the first time in this series, we are going to see a more mech style coming out from Dream. Gotta be really careful, though. Alright. Hellions looking to come in and put some pressure on. Ling's already there to meet it, so he will have to back off. And Roach speed about halfway done now. Behind this, it is going to be an infestation pit. Looks like he was trying to go into a spire, but just wasn't what he was actually trying to go for. Good call on him too, especially with it being mech. He's able to scout and see, okay, it's more mech units, more tech. So we'll be more than okay with this. And the Hellions trying to get more damage, but sees that there's a fourth base. We'll have to back off once again, and Dream, for the most part, just poking in. He's not able to get the damage done. He is going to go into a kind of a battle mech style, it looks like. Getting those Cyclones, getting those Hellions, and against what Solar has, this is actually really good. He can kite these roaches all day and force Solar into these kind of weird situations. He's got to be careful though that he doesn't just lose all of his units. He's got Blue Flame on the way. +1 as well, and that Cyclone, the what do they call it, the Magna Carta. No, we'll be able to get that lock on increase. So, behind it, we do actually have Hydras on the way, and oh, look at this, Solar just starting to expand out her horizons with these beautiful Overlord spread. Does need to be careful though. Alright, so Dream, gonna go ahead and sit back. The Banshee's still trying to put on some pressure. We'll eventually have to kind of back up as more Hydras do join in on the attack. Look at that creep, man. Just insane. Solo really can see almost everything there. He does see that it's going to be more Cyclone heavy, so he knows that it's going to be more of a Hellion mech style. Or a battle mech style, excuse me. 5th base on the way now. More creep going through. Both players pretty even here. Solar definitely ahead in the workers and army at this point. He's got +2 on the way. He's going to go into the lurker style and get that the upgrade for him, which I think is really nice, especially against this battle mech style. Like, Cyclones are very powerful, but they're also like a glass cannon, right? So they can deal a lot of damage, they just can't take a lot of damage. Alright, beautiful play. Gonna be able to kill off about 6 or 7 of the drones before they do get taken out, but not bad, not bad. So far, only 12 Hellions have fallen here for Dream, so Dream definitely doing okay. Just Solar's able to kind of max out a little bit quicker here. Does look like finally though Solar looking to kind of pounce onto this. We'll be able to lose a couple of the roaches. Lurkers are being morphed in here though, and that's going to be able to kind of push this back even more. Solar going to get supply blocked, and Cyclone's just going to be able to start pushing back. Hydras though, outrange, will force us back even more. There are a couple of tanks waiting, and a little bit of a misplay here from Dream. Yeah, he's even got those Vipers. He's going to be able to start pushing things into this army. Banshee's going to go out once again. While all this chaos is going, we see finally Solar unhinging himself from that supply block, and Dream just going to continue to push back the creep with these Banshees. They're still finding damage. These are the same Banshees that were here at the beginning of the game. They've got, you know, a good amount of kills for each one, but they've just been utilized so well. We do actually see the Lurkers having to be kind of sieged up here, removed. Tanks slowly starting to push forward, and you know what? Solar in a lot of trouble. Go. Both players can go ahead and sit back. We do have a nice Banshee attack still going on at the top, still trying to find damage wherever they can. Good scan's going to see exactly where a lot of the lurkers are, trying to re-siege. Oh no. Solar just going to go bypass all of them. He says, you know what? I don't need him. Dream in a lot of trouble right now. He's across the map. Might see ourselves a little bit of a base trade here. Going to go ahead and attack down here at this 5th base. For Dream at the same time, going to start pushing into it, realizing that he doesn't have all of his army there. And this is not looking good. Dream supply blocked. Gonna start seeing more and more of this army coming in. He's actually gonna force Dream to have to come back home or die. And these Hydras are getting a lot of damage done. Gonna be able to start taking care of a lot of these units. The Vipers pulling up the Cyclones, being able to get on top of them. He will end up losing a lot of the Hydras, but he has gotten the damage done. He's gotten 8 kills. He's been able to deny a base, and he's been able to kill off quite a bit. Roaches are going to be in that 3rd base as well. Still getting more and more units. This is just not looking good right now here for Dream. Does get a base kill, which is nice, but 23 SCVs have fallen, 60 workers to 80 here, and Dream just does not have the army. Alright, so it looks like Solar finally gets cleaned up from the other side, but he has so much of a bank, he's able to just remax his army here. Dream, about 150 supply. Slowly pushing on to these lurkers. Does finally have the cyclones as well, and he's starting to clear up creep. He's starting to push back, but does he have enough? The Viper's going to be able to start pushing these tanks into the end zone here. Actually going to do a nice blinding cloud on all of them. The Lurker's going to get on top of everything. The Hydra's going to start taking out a lot of these tanks. There's nothing left here. The Cyclone's not able to get too much done here, and this is just looking like a disaster right now here for Dream. He will have to back off, but there's just not enough Cyclones to really kind of deal with this army. The Queen's trying to help out as well. We will see the Lurkers. We will start seeing these Hydras and Roaches pushing across once again. Yeah, I mean, he was able to reset this tank count. There's 2 tanks now, 8 Cyclones, and a couple of Hellions. So that is not what you need. There we go. I mean, he's going to be able to kite this pretty much. I think a little bit of an overextension here from Solar, but he has the minerals, he has the gas to really kind of push this back, and he feels like he has to continue to push on to this. Lurker is there as well, getting on top of the tanks, and yeah. Alright, Viper's finally coming back. We'll be able to start pushing and pulling a lot of these sieged up tanks to get on top of this. Let's start pulling the tanks right into the line. No more tanks to be had that are sieged up, and the Hydra's going to start pushing in here. The Viper's getting on top of everything. They're still pretty much full of energy. We'll start seeing them getting pulled more and more. It's making 6 Cyclones at a time, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. Blinding Cloud's going to go down as well, and Solar starting to push past this. We're going to start seeing Dream go below the 100 unit mark. And this is just not looking good at all right now for Dream. He is holding on, he's trying to, but the third base is going to go down. Solar pushing into the natural, going to be able to take care of a lot of the SCVs. 30 SCVs have gone down, only 5 Cyclones will remain, and they're going to start crumbling under the pressure here. And Dream starting to fall. 70 army supply, GG, and we will see Solar take the victory and get the lead here. Peace. Stream. Yeah. Alright, so GG's. We will go ahead and see what he picks. Solar was needing something, so we'll see what he needs there. Might need a couple of minutes. Back and forth, definitely some really good games so far. Yeah, good stuff. While we are waiting, go ahead and shout out once again the Matcherino page. If you look at the top of your screen, of the chat screen, on the right hand side there, you'll see a little link. It says to go to the Matcherino page, sign in. You hit contribute to the page, type in that code APS153. You add yourself 50 cents to the prize pool. Currently, we're sitting at $24. And we will see Night Shade. Currently we're sitting at $24 added onto it, so really good stuff. If you look down, you can buy the replay pack, caster tips, you can buy some Alpha X merch. Help support the tournament while getting yourself some of that sick gear. You know, I need to get me an Alpha tee or a hat. Actually, I like the hats better. I wear more hats than I do. I'm probably gonna buy both, to be honest. But whatever you buy, you will end up getting yourself the adding some to the price pool, and also getting yourself whatever you need there. So, there we go. Cool. I think Solar just need a couple minutes to the bathroom, so should be just a couple minutes. But yeah, get yourself in there, do the sponsor quests to help add to the prize pool if you haven't done them already, and then make sure that you buy some merch and do all that goes towards that. So good stuff all together. Now, what's going on, Solar? Okay, try one more time there. I think like I said, you need to use the restroom. Because this is an Alpha X sponsored event, that's why it's not on Twitch. VOD will be available on the Alpha X YouTube channel. They usually post it within like that day, so make sure you guys check it out. But yeah. Links also right above me. You can see for Twitter, for Facebook, YouTube, and also the Patreon if you would like to support Alpha X and all of their Avengers. So good stuff there. All right, so I believe that we are ready. Okay. Game number 4 coming in. It is going to be on Nightshade, another good map. Dream's got to do something. He started out the gates really good, but Solar Man has just been playing on another level. Really been able to kind of counter Dream's style, it seems like. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to the next map. All right. Alrighty. Without further ado, here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, it's the blue Terran player from Brave Star Gaming. Give it up. It is Dream. And in the top left hand corner of the map from Triumphant Sun Gaming, give it up. It's the Zerg player, Solar. Ah. No, not Dream. NA Production at its finest. There you go. Give him his proper test. There we go. Alrighty, so game number 4. Already here in this best series. Best of a 9 series. Dream, again, going for this kind of standard Rax play into expansion. Hasn't done any really cheeky like proxy plays, right? So yeah, Furka TV sponsored. That's what I meant. Sorry guys, I'm reading chat, making sure that we got everything set and clear. But yeah, Furka TV sponsored. What I meant. So as we get into it, you know, early game, we've seen Dream really be controlling. Last game, he wasn't able to get a lot of damage. He actually lost his Hellions pretty quickly. It seems like Solar kind of realizes this is coming and has just been able to hold it off. I wonder, does Dream continue to do this? Does he continue to just do this Hellion push, change up, you know, what kind of air unit he's coming in with? Or does he go into the battlecruiser? I mean, we've seen him have the success with it, and if he can get the damage done early, it puts him in a pretty good position. But when he just kind of damages the units but doesn't actually kill them, it's a really good play right there. Makes it tough, right? And Solar is able to get up to the drone count that he really wants, which is like 50 to 80 drones, and then he just masses out on whatever unit, whatever tech he wants. Alright, so Reaper just going to hang out for the time being. We do actually see Solar coming down with the Overlord. Behind this, it is going to be Hellions coming out for Dream. And we'll see him go into... Actually, he's not getting a reactor or nothing there. Interesting. Do see the third base coming through. Going to be more Hellions. Finally, we'll be able to put down the Tech Lab. Trying to put on whatever pressure he can, but unfortunately, on a map like Nightshade, it's so hard to get in right here. Especially once you get those creeps, the queens and stuff coming through. Alright, so the first Hellions are going to join the Reaper. Again, he can't really get in here, and this is one of those good things that Solar has been able to do. It minimizes the amount of lings that he has to actually make. And we see him being able to go more into drones, but right now he is going into roaches. He's going for a roach play right now, changing it up. And yeah, I don't know. Does Dream have enough here? It's going to be a Banshee, so he should be okay in that regard. And he is going to continue to try to delay Solar's push here. But will it even matter? Will it be enough? We do see some Ravagers coming into play as well. A third base on the way for Dream, and this could be very, very scary for Dream if he is not careful. Losing some of his Hellions, or no, he hasn't even lost the Hellions yet. But here comes the Banshee. Finally gonna get those Ravagers coming through. We'll be able to at least defend this for the while, but he has to be careful. Yeah. Does end up losing the Ravager. He can't really even shoot up at this point. It does keep Dream back, so he can kind of build up, but he's going into more roaches. He's going into more drones. He's got the layer on the way, so he can start up speed, potentially get +1 as well. He's already got his Spore Crawlers on the way, so he did end up losing quite a bit. Now, if we look at the units lost tab, it's just not the best engagements for him. Alright, Banshee gonna come in. We'll be able to pick off one more drone. We'll have to back off though. It's going to be Marines this time, more into the bio play. I think he had more success with it, so he's just going to continue on with that. E-base are on the way as well here for Dream. Gonna throw down a couple of more barracks as well. Third CC just going to sit back. And with the double Banshees coming in, we'll be able to put on some more pressure. Stim pack is done, and we will start seeing those drops coming into play. But the Banshee's still getting damage done. Just barely out of range here, but the Queen's able to take care of him and push him back for the time being. 10 roaches in production. Getting up to that beautiful 61 worker count. Going to continue to build on to that. And we see more roaches coming through. The queen count starting to get up there. He's sitting at about 6 queens right now. Realizing that he doesn't need to worry too much about like any kind of battle cruiser play. We see that third base finally getting pushed out and going to land. Banshees just trying to find their way home. Trying to find where they belong. See where he kind of goes from here. Alright, so tank gonna find itself in a nice position. Siege tank. Let's see. Just gonna sit back. We got the Ravagers on the way here. We've got a 4th base on the way now for Solar as well. There's gonna be a drop pushing across the map, and this map is really good for tanks as well, right? So you got these like nice little kind of places to hide. Lots of high ground. As long as you can get in the right positions, right? It's kind of like a double-edged sword. Alright. Banshees, Marines gonna come in here. Gonna start clearing up a lot of the creep. Banshees will start getting on top of some of the roaches. Gonna force the Marines back. Queens will come in to help. And we will see this get pushed back. And, you know, Dream needs to continue to push the creep back. Continue to do damage without losing too much. So far, he's showing that he can do that. +1 is finished for him as well. And Solar on the other side, just droning up. He's getting Baling Nests. He's getting more roaches, Ravagers. He's got +1 on the way. And he just now started Ling Speed. Because of that early pressure, he went for the more roach heavy tech. Doesn't have link speed, but not like he really needs it until he switches into this more kind of like Lean Bane style. Alright. Banshee's still doing a pretty good job. Finally, the Overseer will join in. The Queen's going to be able to take care of the Banshee. One Banshee still remains. He's sitting at 12 kills. He is just a complete beast. Concussive Shells finishing up. +1 attack and ground finishing up here for Solar as well. So both players even in the upgrades now. And finally, that Banshee will fall. 66 workers to 78 as a Dream behind this. This is going to continue to build up. He's got quite a bit of a barracks force coming out. You see him continue to push into this. But Solar, on the other hand, still expanding. He's still getting that creep, and even though we've seen the Marines getting the damage done and pushing the creep back, Solar has just been so on top of this. And now with the Bailings, with the Lynx coming in, he's going to realize there's going to be some kind of change. We'll get pushed back once again. Solar with that bottom base. Trying to do a little bit of a roach run by seeing that there's not a third base there. We'll go ahead and push back. Hellbats and Marines will be able to push this back at the same time. You see more and more Lynx coming across, slowly switching out from this roach tech into a more Ling Bane style. Do we see him go up to the Hydra tech, or will we see him go to something else? He's going straight up to Hive now. With that infestation pit completed. 32 Lings on the way, and more just starting to mass up here. Bailing speed is now completed, and we see this huge attack with the tanks, with the Marines coming across, a couple of Hellbats to help support this, and the tank spread here from Dream looking fantastic, but will it be enough? Already pre-splitting against this army. We're going to see the trigger slowly starting to be pulled here from Solar as he slowly starts moving back. He's trying to find an angle of attack. Unfortunately, where this engagement is taking place is a little awkward. Realizing he can't just fully commit to this, he does end up killing quite a bit of Marines here with a couple of Bailings, but now with the Liberators coming in, the Marines, the Marauders, and the tanks slowly starting to siege across, he's going to be able to get some of the Marines done, but just more and more reinforcements making their way across the map. Slowly pushing onto this bottom base, and he's going to have to pull the trigger. Here come the Liberator. The Bailings going to crash into a lot of this. The tanks not sure what to do. There's still quite a bit of Bailings left over. We'll be able to take care of a lot of the tanks, but there's nothing left here now for Solar as Dream starting to push across the map. More and more units of blue flooding across. We see the Overlords and everything falling down. This fourth base will end up falling. GG will be called. We will see Dream take game number 4 here and tie things up once again. GG's. Alright. So GG's, well played there. Tied up 2-2, man. Back and forth from both of these players. Been really good. We'll go ahead, give you, as we see what map Solar's going to play. Give a big shout out to 24 Hour Fitness. 24 Hour Fitness is a gym that's open 24/7. Let's see. You grab my map pool here. Map. 24 Hour Fitness. Obviously, they're open 24 hours. Make themselves available constantly. So whether you work overnights or you're active overnights or during the day, you can find what time works for you. Make sure that you can get in, get healthy. They've been supporting esports and has been really trying to make a push of, you know, an active lifestyle can help you not only in your daily walk of life, but also in gaming. Helps keep your brain active, keeps your brain healthy, and helps you make those tight-knit decisions to overcome your opponent. So big shout out to them for helping and supporting events like this. and continuing to show what you can do. So thank you 24 Hour Fitness. Make sure you guys check them out. They have all kinds of access plans to help you get started, get you fit, and get you right. So thank you once again 24 Hour Fitness for your support. Yeah. All right, so game number 5 going to be on Eternal Empire next. Super excited to see this kind of get played out. Eternal Empire is another one of those good maps that can have a lot of back and forth. The map itself is very weird, the layout's kind of weird, but it presents itself some interesting positions, interesting engagement, so we'll see what these players go for. Let's go ahead and jump into the next game here, and let's see who ends up taking the victory. Alright. Without further ado, guys, here at the top right-hand corner of the map, it's the Blue Zerg player from Triumphant Sung Gaming. It is Solar. And in the bottom left, in the red, playing as the Terran Pieces. Give it up. From Brave Star Gaming, it is Dream. All right, so game number 5, we've seen both sides again back and forth this whole series. It has been a close one so far. Neither player willing to give up, willing to show mercy. Patch first coming out from solo this game. Gonna go into that spawning pool, and we saw him get kind of aggressive with the Hellion, or excuse me, with the Roach play. Does he go into something like that again? It didn't seem like it really worked. Just because, you know what, Dream has been going into... There we go. Dream has been going into more of the like Banshee style play, which really kind of counters Roaches. So we'll see. Expansion coming out from Dream, and again, it's been really interesting. He hasn't really cheesed. He's been playing standard all night. So has Solar. Both players know, like, giving each other the respect and just not, you know, doing that. I do wonder that if he can get a lead advantage, if they do start kind of maybe playing that as long as we get into this series a little bit further. Alright, so nice block here actually coming out from Dream. Gonna deny the third base. Does he get the Hellion there, or excuse me, the Reaper there in time? Okay. Extractor gonna be able to come out. Gets the cancel. Oh, even gets the block. Oh, what a champ. It's the bunker block. Trying to get on top of it though. I love this though. Solar has to keep an eye on this Reaper. Every time it gets close, he has to go to try to transform. And just delaying that third base is so nice here for Dream. Gives him a really nice kind of little bit of an advantage, I would say. Oh, he's gonna finish the bunker. Oh man. Okay, no wait. Alright, never mind. Oh, almost gets it again. Does get the cancel, so very nice play. Reaper 2 HP will finally be able to get out, and we do see the Hellions on the way here for Dream behind this. Gonna be getting that starport once again. Yeah, I mean, Dream playing really well this game so far. Delaying that third base is so nice. I mean, I guess it ends up kind of taking around where Solar's been taking it, so he's not gonna be able to go for a quicker third, but still really nice. Alright, so Hellions and the Reaper will be coming out. Just trying to poke and prod, just keep an eye on everything. Now, it's really interesting, this map, Eternal Empire, does have these 2 watchtowers in the middle, which will allow you to see if there's an enemy coming, at least across the map. And we see Dream just trying to push and keep these bases under bay. He's really been doing a good job about that. and dealing with whatever it is that he needs to. And it's been really kind of awesome as well to see him go and just scout exactly at the right time what he needs to scout. So it is going to be battlecruiser again this time, as it has. I don't think he's scouted this yet. I don't think Solar has. Yeah, Solar has no idea that it's going to be a battlecruiser opening this time. And I mean, he's gonna have 6 Hellions, or excuse me, 6 Queens, so he should be okay with that. But Roach Warren Tech on the way, and yeah, needs to be careful. He doesn't want to lose too many of his Hellions, as he is waiting for this kind of big attack. He's got more Hellions flying across the map. Battlecruiser almost done, and it is going to be a mech behind this, so he's got those additional factories coming through. And yeah, I mean, Dream's just keeping Solar on his toes. Alright. Battlecruiser now operational. And we see the battlecruiser slowly starting to come. We'll be able to pick off about 3 drones. And the Queen's gonna push us back. A beautiful split though here from Solar. But will it be okay? Behind us, the Hellions looking for their opportunity to attack. They're gonna go into this 3rd base. At the same time, we see that battlecruiser taking care of the Queens there. The Roaches and the Lings now gonna be able to push back the Hellions. And this just gives free reign to this battlecruiser. Gonna be able to take care of all of the Queens here. It's gonna get a little bit of damage from the Spore Crawler, but he will be able to get out and be okay. Behind this, the Hellions just trying to survive. Make sure that he doesn't lose too much. And oh, just the perfect spot here for Dream. We'll be able to maybe get out. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Gonna get right on top of this. Oh, a beautiful play here. The Hellions gonna get on top of a lot of the drones. The Lings gonna come in to help with this. He does end up losing 18 Lings. At the same time, we do see this battlecruiser once again still alive. 20 or so 20 or so drones have gone down. He will eventually lose all of the Hellions here and the Reaper, but this battlecruiser has paid for itself. Those the Hellions have paid for themselves as well. 21 drones fall, 59 to 56. Dream definitely in a really good position right now. He's got more Hellions on the way. He's got tanks and those Hellions, as well as a couple of armories coming down. Corruptor's already here, and we also have that Spire Tech down. 4th base on the way for Solar, and behind this, he doesn't really have the money to make a whole lot of units, right? He's sitting at 64 drones. He's only got a couple of Roaches, a couple of Lings, and now 4 Corruptors with +1. It's not going to do a whole lot, especially against, well, I guess against the battlecruiser, it might be okay. He's got 5 more on the way now. Yeah, he's going into 2 battlecruisers. He's not massing these up by any means. Just using them as a little bit of pressure. Hellions looking for some run by. He's not going to find the opportunity, so we'll go ahead and back off. Corruptor's looking for blood now. And, yeah, I mean, the only thing that shoots up right now are those battlecruisers, so he's got to be careful there, but... looking pretty good. Alright. Dream doing a pretty good job here. He's going to go ahead, coming up again, trying to get just whatever kills he can. Really forcing Solar to have to move around, kind of split up his units here. And behind this, he's just going to get tanks. He's really just sieging up at this point. Getting a 4th base and a 5th base. Roaches are looking to go across and attack. Battlecruiser's going to be there, though. Start pushing this back once again. Corruptors will be joining the fight as well, and he's got to be careful here. Ooh, Nidus play, though, coming out here from Solar. He's got 9 more Roaches on the way. It's going to help present himself an opportunity to re-engage with this army if needed. Hellions will fall, and Solar still holding on. Does have Swarm Hosts Sick swarm host coming through. There we go. Gonna be able to eliminate a lot of the units here for Dream, and what was looking really good for Dream starting to look like a mess. We have another Nidus Swarm coming down to the bottom. Swarm hosts are out now, and this is just looking like a terrifying army here from Solar. The tanks are going to be in a good position, but with the Swarm host coming out, you bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow will not look pretty here for the Terran. Here come more of those locusts. A couple of cyclones will come on here, but going to get right on top of all of this army. The tank's just going to start hammering away at his own army. And yeah, I mean, this is just looking disastrous right now for the Terran player. We'll be able to clear off some of the Nidus play, but just going to go over to the other Nidus and just kind of go back and forth, slowly pushing away at this. Another Nidus going to go up here towards the top or the middle of the map. And I like this. Solar just popping in, throwing down some units. There's nothing here to defend. Oh no, this natural and a lot of trouble. Locust going to be able to start taking care of some of the cyclones. Will instantly pull back as well. Battle cruisers trying to transport on top of it. Finally, will end up losing it. Actually doesn't lose as much as thought, but the Roaches and the Ravagers going to get on top of this 4th CC. Will have to back off because of the tanks. And so far, Dream holding his own. He will go ahead and come out with the Cyclones, with the Hellions to try to shut down some of the Nidus play here. But at the same time, there's just so many Corruptors, so many Ravagers that are on here. Going to be able to take care of the Battle Cruisers with ease. And yeah, Crocobile is going to be pretty good. Doesn't get the tank. He's got to be careful he doesn't just overextend here. Oh, Corruptors could get on that, I guess, but nope. Just going to sit back. +2 weapons and vehicle for the Terran player will be finished up here. Locust going to come through as well. Push this back once again. And the creep spread here, even from Solar, looking really good. That looks like Dream ready to go across, ready to attack. Crocobile of the Corruptors, trying to take out this planetary fortress before we can even begin. Cyclones are getting on top of a lot of the Corruptors. Will eventually take it out though, and will get out. And looking very dangerous. A new Nidus will be placed down there in the middle of the map as the Cyclones, the tanks, trying to get across the map, trying to deal its own damage. Crocobiles will reign and make a couple of good connections. The tanks are on siege. The Cyclones starting to push back, but there's not enough Roaches here. Finally, we do see that Nidus Swarm coming out. We will see a couple of more Locusts coming through as well. Gonna get on top of this mech army and try to eliminate as much as possible. Another Nidus Swarm gonna replace the one that was just lost. And it looks like Dream will be able to hold on for the time being here, but he's got to be super careful. The tanks trying to get on top of everything. A couple more Crocobiles will go off here. We will see them just continue to put the pressure on. Swarm hosts have to be careful. The Cyclones getting on top of them. The Roaches starting to push forward, but there's just so many tanks. There's so many Cyclones here. The Crocobile is going to land on a good chunk of these tanks. The tanks are very, very injured, but he does not have enough. All he has is those Swarm hosts left. They're going to have to back off, and we see Dream starting to push forward. Could this be his moment to push forward and win? Trying to get some of the Swarm Locusts to go through, but it's not going to be enough. And the Cyclones, the tanks, just going to slow pushing forward. Not even going to have to siege up, except for just now to push onto this top base. And this is just not looking good. Crocobile is once again going to rain from the sky. Going to be able to take care of a couple of the tanks. And yeah, I mean, this will eventually get cleaned up here, getting 2 tanks for 1. But GG will be called, and Dream going to take the victory here in a spectacular match. So GG's. Played. Alright, Simulacrum going to be the next map here. Oh. Okay. There it is. Okay, cool. There we go. Cool. Referee. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, so a little bit of indecisiveness from like okay. Alright. Free fight to game and fight to game. Okay, so so yeah, I mean, what a match so far. Both players just back and forth. We do want to give a quick shout out to the other sponsor of today's event. That, of course, is G Fuel. If you haven't ever heard of G Fuel, where you been, bruh? G Fuel's been around since 2004. It has been one of the best esports related energy drinks to be created, in my opinion. They've been really helpful in top gamers like PewDiePie, Doctor's Disrespect. They have so many different flavors, so many different things that help provide energy, focus, and endurance, especially during those long sessions of gaming, and just giving you the energy and stuff that your body deserves. They've just released their new flavors of Castro's Guava, a flavor that pays tribute to streamer Castro's rich Mexican heritage. So make sure you try that, or they have the limited collector's edition boxes. So they have different ones. I actually just ordered mine today, so I'm ready to get that in. But make sure you guys help support them as they support esports in general. Now, enough of me talking, and let's get into the second one, or the next match here. It's game number 6, and let's see what we end up happening here. So yeah, cool. All right. Without further ado, here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it's the blue Zerg player from Triumph and Sun Gaming. It is Solar. And in the top left, in the red, it's the Terran player from Brave Star Gaming. Give it up. It is Dream. All right, so game at number 6. We're getting close to the end here. Dream 2 games away from winning. Solar needs this victory to tie things up and potentially gain the lead so that he can be the victor. Both players are fighting a tooth and nail here to see who can be the top dog in today's event. It's been nothing but action-packed here from both sides. I feel like I haven't stopped talking a single bit. Just so much to talk about with these players. So, game number 6. Simulacrum. A really good map. It's got all these neat little like light areas. We constantly see them going and using these to the player's advantage to kind of hide tech or hide units. We do see a lot of Terrans go for like a marine style play on this particular map. Tanks as well is really good on this map, so interested to see what Dream goes for. Does he go for the same kind of style? We've seen him go both mech and bio in this. So we'll see what he decides to on here. I think mech may be a little bit better overall on this map, but we'll see. Alright, so Solar going for the speed this time. He's only got a couple of lings. He's been doing really good as far as like defending these early pressures. Gonna be able to get that third base down pretty early, and not gonna have to worry about getting blocked. Bunker is down for Dream though, as he is sitting back, which is really kind of interesting, right? This is the first time he's really built a bunker. I think maybe he's expecting to be some kind of attack. It's going to be just one link across the map though. But he has no idea what's coming. He's just going to sit back. And yeah, it's going to be mainly Marines. It's already have 4 Marines, which is really interesting. What are you going to be doing? Oh, he's going double starport. Oh. Oh, beautiful. Is it going to be double base? Oh, and there's the fusion core. Hellion's going to be coming out as well, and now we understand why he wants that bunker. Alright. Overlord looking to get in, wants to get some scouting off. He does have that third base up. He is going into the layer tech. He hasn't put down any spore crawlers yet, but going into double battle cruiser is going to be crucial here. If he can somehow scout it. He's not going to scout it. He sees that there is going to be a starport with the tech lab at least, but he doesn't know what the tech is. 2 battle cruisers at one time is now on the way. Oh boy. I like this too. Dream just continuously putting together these kind of walls to make sure that he doesn't get in here. A third CC will come down as well. Fusion core is finished up. The battle cruiser is obviously about halfway done. And Solar going straight up to a Spire tech. He's got the Roach Warren on the way as well. This opening up the tech path, so if he needs to switch tech, he is able to. Hellion gonna go across the map, gonna get some scouting off, gonna see, does he take his third? Is he going for some kind of 2-base timing here? And here comes the Overseer. He's gonna see the third CC on the way and still doesn't think anything of it. He doesn't know what's up here though either, and if he knew, if only he knew. He does know that it's a battle cruiser though, so there we go. Both battle cruisers gonna go into the natural and start causing havoc. There are 5, and Solar just now getting on supply blocked once again. It's got to be super careful. Good transfuses are going to be available here. Yeah. He's really not getting damage. He is wasting a lot of Queen energy though, which is really nice. He's able to, you know, at least do that, but he hasn't really gotten that much damage besides that, right? Some of the Queens are starting to get a little low, and he has the Yamada cannon on the way. One of his battle cruisers is getting very, very low though. He needs to watch it, needs to be careful, and we will see him start trying to push back some of the overlords and creep. Corruptors on the way, 8 of them so far. That will completely shut this down, and Solar should be in an okay position. Through all of that, he's lost about 700 resources, which he only lost 1 queen during that, which is really, really good. Now here come the Corruptors, going to be able to shut this down. Both battle cruisers just not getting their tactical jump available, and there we go. So far, 4 battle cruisers, another battle cruiser on the way. Dream just going all out here. He is throwing down a couple more factories, getting the tech labs to go in, and going into tanks behind this. It's looking pretty crazy. Let's see. So he's at 8 queens so far. We see 6 more Corruptors on the way. It's going to be going into Roach Ravager behind this as well. And, you know, Dream, mainly his army is these battle cruisers. He's got 4 Marines and a Hellion behind this. He does have some tanks that are popping out right now, which will help. He's also got that armory coming down. But this is a pretty scary Corruptor count. There's not a whole lot to be done here. Yeah, I mean, he's going to pounce right on top of these battle cruisers. We'll get one of them. The second one, tactical jump, going to have to be used. And Solar looking to tie things up here. He's going to start flooding across the map. The Corruptor's just overwhelming a lot of these units. He's got to be careful of that tank, though, as another unit or another CC will go down. Crosabile going to land on the tanks. Going to be able to start taking out the tanks themselves. There's still roaches available. The Crosabile, or excuse me, the Corruptors, going to be able to get on top of a lot of the units here. Tanks going to be able to shoot from the back. These Ravagers are looking very, very scary. Takes out another battle cruiser. This fourth battle cruiser going to go down as well. And yeah, Dream in a lot of trouble. 175 supply to 84. Not working out as he had hoped. The Crosabile of these Corruptors are just going to start taking out the battle cruisers. Going to start taking out the starports. One more battle cruiser will get out, and +1 is done. But fourth base on the way, or at least done here for Dream. And yeah, I mean, if you are Dream, what are you going to do behind this? You're sitting at 96 supply against a massive Roach Ravager army that has the support of Corruptors. There's just nothing you can do. You've spent all of your money going into battle cruisers. I mean, he's got +1 on the way. He's got a couple of mines, maybe, but I don't know. Very scary. Go. Tanks are in a pretty good position. He's been doing really good as far as putting the missile turrets up, which will help with the battle cruisers. Yeah, not good. Roaches and the Ravagers going to be able to get on top of this third base. Corruptor is going to come in, going to be able to take care of the battle cruiser as well. A couple of good Widowmine shots will go off. Going to force a little bit of a recall, but there's not enough tanks here. The Roach is going to start pushing through here. GG will be called, and Solar going to take game number 6 here. Go to game number 7 and see if who will end up taking the lead here. And that will complete our 7 matches, and then they will be able to choose whichever one they want for the next game. All right. All right, so Dream needs a minute. Use the restroom, so we will give him that time. Definitely both players playing it hard, playing well. That's been really good. All right, so while we are waiting, we want to give another quick shout out. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, hit the Matcherino code, or the Matcherino link up at the top. Type in the code at APS153 to add 50 cents. I believe there are still some codes left. I think currently we're at $25. Sushi, if you're in the chat, you might correct me on that, but I believe we still have coupons available. If not, make sure you guys do the replay pack. You can do the other marketplace items. Get you an Alpha X hat. You can get you a hoodie. Get yourself a tee. All that good stuff. And the replay packs become available basically right after. I think they become available basically about right after everything. So they will send it to you on email, the Discord, so that you can get that taken care of. There's 36 left of those. If you see all these action-packed games for yourself, you can try to copy some of these builds. all that good stuff. So thank you guys for your support, and these players appreciate it as well. Okay. All right, so Dream is back, ready to get into the next game. See who's going to come out on top. Both players looking to get into that final map territory. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump into it here. Game number 7, excuse me. Let's see who wins. Right. Without further ado, here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it's the Blue Zerg player from Triumphant Song Gaming. Give it up. It is Solar. And in the top left, in the red, it's the Terran player from Brave Star Gaming. Give it up. It's Dream. All right. So, as we get into the next game here, Ephemeron, the longest map in the pool. Some would say it's Zerg favorite, some would say it's Terran favorite. But it gives the opportunity for both players to kind of play it out. We see a lot of long drawn out maps or games sometimes on this. Sometimes we see some crazy ones too. So I am excited to see how they play it out. Dream showing some really good plays. Just not able to finish it this time. Will he go for another kind of battle cruiser style play? Will he continue to kind of play through, I don't know, go into maybe something else? We'll see. Alright, so Solar going for the pool after the hatch. Going to be taking his third base here pretty quickly. Should be taking it in about a minute or so. Reaper on the way, as well as that expansion coming out. And you know, we've seen both players kind of do some interesting styles for the most part. We've seen Solar start just going straight into Corruptor. I wonder if, you know, if Dream were to start going into something a little bit different, kind of force that awkward engagement from Solar, if he could get the victory here. Alright, so Dream coming through here now with the Reaper. Gonna start putting pressure once again. Doesn't get the kills, but he does at least damage them. See Solar microing as best as he can. He will get the queen out finally. Dream just gonna have to back up. On the other side, he is gonna finally get that factory up. Gonna start switching that around, getting himself the starport. And yeah, I mean, Solar just gonna be able to see kind of what's going on. Is a little bit afraid, but gets that third base on time. Ooh, Reaper just gonna juke right past. I like it. Hellion's gonna pop out. He's gotta be careful though. Cannot lose this Reaper. There you go. Okay, cool. Let's sit back. You can see the Hellions come across. Obviously, it's seen here from Solar. And he kind of expects us, right? I mean, it's basically what he's been doing all game. There is going to be a fusion core down, so he's going to go back into that battle cruiser style play now. It's going to be just the 1 or 2 battle cruisers this time. And on a map like this, if you can get across the map instantaneously, it's going to be your big key ticket winner right there. Very nice. Numanized Carapace going to finish up, as well as Metabolic Boost, so both Overlords and Lings alike are going to have that speed upgrade. They're going to be injected with their own form of adrenaline. And yeah, he's going to scout, see that there's at least that third, or the starport. And he's got to be thinking that, you know, it could be a battlecruiser. I mean, we've seen him actually do this already. So, we'll see. Hellion's going to get in and going to try to put some pressure on. They're going to pull the drones as well. And, yeah, this gets a little scary here. We'll have to back off, but so far he hasn't really lost anything. He hasn't lost any Hellions. He's only been able to kill. Oh, beautiful play here. Gonna get on top of a lot of these drones. Does get about 10, 12 drones. Will eventually fall, but a beautiful amount of drones. We do see that first battle cruiser pop out. Second battle cruiser is on the way. Where'd it go? Oh no, he did. Did he cancel it? I could have sworn it was already finished. It's not too bad. Dream doing a really good job. Resets a little bit of the worker count, forcing more of the larva to go towards the workers instead of being able to get units like he wants to. We see Solar up to about 6 queens. He's going into that roach tech as well. And it does look like finally we get that battle cruiser. He's going to be able to get on top of here, start putting on some more pressure, and I like it. Behind it, more factories are going to be coming down now for Dream. And we will start seeing that Spire coming through. And now the battle cruiser getting a lot of damage done still. He's able to get about 5 kills so far. Even denying the Vespene gas is going to be very crucial. We see Solar doesn't have a whole lot of gas right now banked up, so he's not going to be able to like max out a bunch of corruptors real quick. Got a second battle cruiser almost done, and we also have the Yamada being researched. More Hellions gonna make their way across the map at the same time, looking to put on pressure as we see that battle cruiser still putting on damage, still trying to deal whatever he can. Roaches and queens already in position here though, so Dream just gonna go ahead and return home. Solar finishing up that tech. We see the Hellions coming in. Gonna get a nice block off, and we see actually get though. I mean, he's gonna be able to get about 8-10 kills. And yeah, I mean, he just continues to force out the larvae from Solar. Yeah, looking so good. He's going to go into tanks. He's got that Cyclone Lock upgrade going on. And we will see him go into that Battle Mech style. The tank's going to be very crucial as far as getting his bases kind of set down, locked down, if you will. Oh, goodness. So tank's going to be in a pretty good position. We do see the Zerglings coming in, just trying to scout out what is going on. And finally, the creep getting spread here for Solar. Battlecruiser is trying to come down and will get intercepted by the queens. Picks off one of the queens instantaneously. The other queens have quite a bit of energy, so will pop out right as soon as he sees those corruptors. And very well done. Dream just trying to play whatever he can, but the big thing right now is this. He doesn't have that much army. He's putting a lot of it into these battlecruisers. Oh no, he's not even going to see those. Okay, there you go. There we go. Hellions, Roaches gonna come in here. The tanks are in a pretty good spot. There is the battlecruiser in the back, but will it be enough here? Tanks looking to be pretty good. Crossbows will come down as well. And I think there's just too much here for... no, there's not. Maybe? I don't know. Solar does have a lot better army as far as like number wise, but most of it's in these corruptors, so. Fourth base finally coming down for Solar. Behind this, already a fourth base ready for Dream. This has yet to actually move it across just yet. And Solar now starting to try to push across. He knows he needs to contain Dream as much as possible. He doesn't want him to get too many tanks, doesn't want him to get too much of that mech army. He's just going to continue to hold this back, continue to try to put that pressure on. Hellions gonna try to go in for a little bit of a run by, but there's nothing there. Same time, the Roach is going for a run by of their own, trying to intercept the Hellions. Does not happen though, and we will see them finally kind of get out. There we go. Roach is going to start getting on top of this. Tanks do siege up, so we'll have to back off. Crosabile is going to be able to land on a lot of these units, and those are going to be crucial, but it does look like Dream going to start pushing onto this. The Roach is starting to fall. They cannot outrange these Cyclones. Going to miss the Crosabile shots as well. And yeah, I mean, Solar in a lot of trouble. Dream starting to push across. Does he go ahead and send with his tanks as well, or does he just use this main force? And that looks like what it's going to be. He's going to start pushing towards this new 4th base. He's got just Cyclones and Hellions to deal with this. Yeah, I mean, he's got so much supply into these Corruptors, not going to even really matter at this point. +1 finished up for those Hellions. And the increased damage for the lock-on ability there of the Cyclone is going to be very helpful, especially when he starts taking care of some of the Corruptors. Alrighty. Dream coming now in with the Hellions, going to get into this 4th base. So getting quite a bit of drone kills. 6 kills, not the best. It's 8-10 kills. Not too bad. Not too bad for that many. Oh my god, 37 Hellions. He's gonna get another attack down here as well. Gets a couple more kills, about 7 more kills, so 17 altogether. Does look like finally Dream gonna start pushing across the map. The tanks getting in a nice siege position, and Solar gonna have to back off. The tanks leapfrogging forward. Crosabile is gonna get on a good chunk of these tanks, but still the Cyclones, the Hellions, gonna start pushing forward. The tank slowly starting to creep onto this 4th base once again. 21 SCVs have fallen, or excuse me, 22 drones have fallen. We see finally Swarm Host coming through as well. And that might be what Solar needs to kind of reset the tank count here. They're going to get right on top. GG. And Dream going to take the victory. Going to get himself 4-3. Going to put himself on match point. Blade. So now it is Solar's turn. It's going to be Sleeper as the next map. Go. Play the game. Alright, looks like both players are ready to go. And there we go. Gonna start counting down from 10. Should be good. Alrighty. World of Sleepers. Go. Map number 8. Craziness. Let's see who wins. Go. Without further ado, here in the top right hand corner of the map from Triumphant Sun Gaming, give it up. It is Solar. And in the bottom right, or left, in the red, it's the Terran player from Brave Star Gaming. It's Dream. It was only just a dream. Okay, so neither player again has really done anything cheeky. We saw last time, this is the map that we saw Solar take. So maybe thinking, okay, I've won against him on this map. Go ahead and play it again, and I should be able to beat him and tie things up. And we go into the final map of this series, where one of these players will win. You know, we asked at the beginning, let's go all 9 games, and it looks like we're going to be getting pretty close to it. unless Dream can somehow finally get the advantage. Let's see. Spawning pool on the way for Solar. Playing a very patient game. Does he go into roaches? We've seen him do these kind of like early roach pools. On a map like World of Sleepers, do we see him do that? Oh, we'll see. Alrighty. So, 4 Lings on the way. We've got the Queens coming out as well. Behind this is going to be a simple 1-1-1. Really interesting placement right here, actually, for Dream. Interesting. So, expansion almost done now for Dream. He's got that Marine out to help ward off some of the Overlords. Speed on the way for Solar, as he is getting more and more drones. He's been doing this, pretty good job of just making a couple of Lings, just droning up and then being fine. Also, his Overlords have been doing really, really well. Getting in, scouting, seeing exactly what he needs to be seeing. So, really good job there from him. I like this so much. Last time we saw the big expansion right here. This time he's actually taking this bottom base, so changing up his strategy a little bit here. You see the layer on the way now. Does he go for a 1-1 roach timing? I mean, he definitely could, or if he just goes up straight up to, say, Corruptors. Just has that tech available if he needs it. Speed finished up, and behind this, it's gonna be a Liberator. All right. Dream looking to try to find some way into this third base, potentially damage it, maybe get a Queen. He hasn't been able to just yet, but at least keep it busy, right? Third base on the way. Liberator Stim is on the way as well, and a Marine. So gonna be going into, gonna be going into the more like Marine bio heavy. Oh my goodness. Solar, what are you doing? He's going into a Nidus network. He's pushing across the map. He's got 16 Lings, 16 are on the way as well. Looking to get in and deal some damage. This could be disastrous. Solar. And here come the Lings. They're going to get on top of the Marines. The Liberator is across the map. The Hellion's going to try to help continue on with this. Here comes the Nidus Worm in the main. Going to start working onto the units as much as possible. 22 Lings on the way here for Solar. We see Dream frantically trying to get onto the Nidus Network. The Nidus Network going to complete into the main. Here comes the Queens. We're going to see the Lings starting to flood out of here. Dream in a lot of trouble. Solar saying this is not over yet. And here we have it. The Hellions trying to come in to help with this. The Queens getting on top of it. There is a tank to help with this, but 27 SCVs that have fallen so far. The Queens doing a beautiful job here of transfusing each other. The Lings getting over to the tank, and GG will be called, and Solar gonna tie it up. And ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna have ourselves a final match evening. GG's. All right. What will Dream pick for the final map? Nightshade. Nightshade will be the final map of the night. Go. Fight the game. All right, so both players ready to go. Fighting. Been a long time coming, but boy, got ourselves a good one here. Who will come out on top? Who will get the victory? Let's find out. Map loads in. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Let's do it. Without further ado, here. In the top left-hand corner of the map, playing for Brave Star Gaming. Give it up for the Terran player. It is Dream. And in the bottom right, in the red, as the Zerg player from Triumphant Sun Gaming, give it up. It is Solar. All right, the final map, the final match of the series here on beautiful Nightshade. Now, we saw last time, we saw Dream win on this map. Can he win again? What will he do different? Last time he was on the bottom. This time he's on the top. Will that play into this final series? Solar going for the hatchery into pool. Followed up by Dream going into the racks. And potentially the expansion. Let's see. Yeah, should be the expansion. Here we go. Reaper about halfway done. And we do see the pool about finished. The hatchery about finished. Reaper making his way across the map. Looking to potentially do some damage. We see the third base coming as well. We'll be able to get taken at a proper time. 222. Boom. And here comes the Reaper looking for some vengeance. Not gonna be able to get it. Just gonna give chase. Oh, he gets the kill. Good job there. We'll be able to get out this time, so very good job so far from Dream. We'll be able to get out and scout that there is that third base. He's looking to go back into the natural, or excuse me, the main, and potentially see what is coming. It is speed on the way for Solar, and behind this we are going to have ourselves the starport. Dream going into that 1-1 situation. Does have Hellions on the way. Reaper trying to bully the Queen. You know what? I am not scared of you. There is nothing here today. Hellions coming out for a Dream behind this. Go. Alright. It is going to be a fusion core for Dream. So he's going to be going into the battle cruiser style play. It's given him success in this matchup. Essentially, anytime he has gone, almost anytime he has gone into battle cruisers, he has won the map. Will he be able to complete this and beat Solar? Both players, again, have been playing so neck and neck this whole series. Neither one really getting a big advantage. is going to be Lynx coming out from Solar. He's already got a good amount of queens. He's sitting at 5 right now. The 6th one getting ready to pop out. Battlecruiser just now starting up. And we do see still Dream just sitting back, trying to poke in a little bit, maybe get a couple of lean kills, force out a little bit more drones or larva. But it is going to be Baling Nest follow up and the layer tech from Solar. Go. Aliens again, just kind of poking, sending across the Marines as well. Does he just go for an all-out attack? Oh no, this is going to be a repeat of game number 1 with the Hellbats. The battlecruiser going to form in. The Hellbats morphing in, as well as the Marines. There's Bailings this time, so that will help out against us. We don't have any roaches with us. And here come more and more of those Hellbats. Going to go ahead and back up the tanks. Or excuse me, the Bailings going to be not doing the best connections. Here comes that battlecruiser. It's very, very low. Will it survive? It does. There's no more queens. Here come the Hellbats. And Dream starting to push ahead. The drones trying to get pulled, but the Hellions going to mark their territory and start taking out everything. Ain't no drone safe. Ain't no link safe. GG, well played, and Dream takes the victory and will win the series after a tooth and nail back and forth 1v1 best of a 9 situation. We see Dream come out on top. What a way to end it. Starting off and finishing it the same. What a game, what a series. Such a good time. Wow. You can't have it any other way. So congratulations to Dream. Really good. Really well done there from both sides. That is going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, for watching, and for experiencing some great StarCraft. I am Gravity620. If you want to see more from me, you can follow me on Twitter at RealGravity620, or you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gravity620. Always love getting to talk with you. Love doing some casting. My birthday's this week, Thursday, so I'm going to try to do maybe a tournament or do a birthday stream, so come hang out and have some fun. Guys, thank you so much for everything. Love you. I appreciate you. And we will see you guys next time in the next Alpha Pro Series.